Good morning and welcome to Spy Money. Thursday morning market brief. Wow, what unemployment we had. Hopefully the people that are watching have jobs and still keeping jobs. Of course, in our Discord channel, we're talking about how it's actually better to make money not working. You get your unemployment, plus you get you a $600 bonus on top of that. Why would anybody want to go to work? If I had a regular job and working for someone, which I have not in 28, 29 years, I've been self-employed. But if I had, I would be begging my boss to lay me off so that I can make more money. Who would want to go back to work? A girl in our Discord group mentioned that the $600 lasts for 4 months. Well, that's a summer vacation. I would not go back to work for nothing. We are going to pay dearly for this over time. And as far as making your payments and so forth, I know how a lot of people are, and they probably won't make their payments, and they'll probably just blow it. So if they do, then our housing market is just going to be in a shamble. 2008, we had a bubble. This time, I mean, honestly, we've been having a bubble for a while. And the real estate market, the sales have been going down every year for the last 3 years. Most people don't know that, but I watch real estate like a hawk because I am into all that. So buying property all the time, always looking for foreclosures. For me, this is going to be good. For America, it's going to be bad. America is going to probably start losing their homes and such. People like myself will end up being able to buy them up cheaper. So it's a double-edged sword. Right now we're looking at ES and we are dropping hard. I am in shorts right now on this. I'm playing it. So my money is being made as we speak on this. Yesterday before close, before the 4:15, I bought a couple SPY puts, more of them. I already had a bunch, and I've got ES puts. I've got Apple puts. I'm shorting right now, so Spy Money is making money. I love it. Good morning, Robert. If y'all have any questions or call outs or anything, I'm not going to make this too long. I'm going to try to get off here by 9:30 for the bell. But if you want to post something in there, that'd be great. I got a bunch of viewers. I've only got 6 likes. Let's get some more likes and subscribe. If you are not subscribed, that will help me out greatly. So, ES. I have been saying for quite a while that we were in a bear flag, and I have been saying quite a while that we're going to 1700, and let's just see how things work. Here's the pole, here's the flag. I'm not going to go through everything because we do it all the time. Here was another bear flag. So last night we were actually going up in another bear flag. So if you drew this out, then you could actually draw from here to here to here, and there is another bear flag. Okay, so you can draw these all day long. You can draw them on just about any little pullback. I don't draw them out on that. Only time I draw them is when we are on a big one. Now, I drew this one for someone last night to show them that how we were in this channel to come down, because they were talking about we were going to pull back and rally today, or actually they called it a pump. I just don't believe that we would have done that, and we never. And the reason I didn't is because I knew the job reports are going to be bad. But, you know, the one thing that about the reports that really makes no sense is sometimes if they estimate that it's going to be 6.6 million and it comes back to 6.3 million, the market will rage because of that. So, yes, I'll do Roku, Adam. I caught that in the Discord group. If you're not a part of our Discord group, click the link down below in the description and get joined up. We talk about these stocks. We've been talking about this all morning, and a lot of them are on the stream now. But we've been talking about it all morning, talking about our plan of the day and what we're planning on doing as far as SPY puts, what strike prices, and this and that. So if you're wanting to know where you need to position yourself, then join our group and we can talk about it. So I think we're going down to the 1700. And if you watched in the past videos, you'll see why. I'm not going to go through all the details, but I will do this. If you look at the past videos, you can look at these purple lines and it will tell you why I think that. And I think we're headed down to 1700 area. Now, one thing that I believe is if we there's no doubt in my mind we're going to this area now, because next week our unemployment is going to be probably either as bad or close to being as bad as this week. Now, I think that if this comes down to here, I don't think our unemployment numbers, well, let me rephrase that. I think our unemployment numbers are probably the worst that they're going to be this week, because most everybody's laid off now. So come next Thursday, I think the unemployment numbers are going to be less. Therefore, we're going to start a rally. And I know it makes no sense because we're all still out of jobs, but that's where I believe that we will be. So this right here, I think we'll probably, we might drop, say, 200 points by the end of the day. And when I say end of the day, I mean tonight. I think we'll probably drop a couple hundred points today. And I hope we do for my benefit, because I'll make a bunch of money on it. So if we do that, then we're looking 2438. Let's see, let's do it this way. From right here, 200 points would put us, what is that, right along through here. So we're looking probably around 2300 or so. So let's just say that we hit this fib of 2353. That's going to be about 150 points or so, give or take. So maybe we hit this fib, and then the next day, Friday, we always sell off on Friday. So if we start from here and come on down to here, then that's 350 or 316 points. We can easily drop that in a day. We've done it before. We've rallied 315 in a day. So we can easily drop that much there. So if we did that on a Friday, maybe we only go 200 and we come down to around 2200, which is actually another resistance point. So if we hit there, and then say over the weekend, Sunday, we start selling off with more bad news or whatever, and then let's say before Thursday next week, we actually get down to the 1700. So we're looking, if we go from today, we were coming down 790 points. Over a week's time, that's pretty easy. I think that when we come down there, we're going to be there by Thursday, so actually by Wednesday. And then on Thursday, our job report is going to be less than what it is today, our unemployment report, that is. And I think since it's going to be less, then that's going to make the news media say, well, it's not as bad this week, we're doing better. But the whole point is everybody's laid off already. So it sounds stupid, but that's the way the news works on the reports and stuff. That's my opinion. And it's based on what I just said. So let's just see what happens. If we go back to the 5-minute chart and just see how it's actually doing, I mean, it's tanking hard. I wish I'd have got in up here, and but I held off because I was just concerned. And when it came down here and hit this area and pulled back, I held off. When it dropped, I got in right in here. So I'm somewhere around 24.75 or so in shorts on this. Let's go to gold. Gold spiked on this. Again, even one guy in our group, John, he said that he doesn't trust gold. I don't either. Gold has been following ES for quite a while now. And I made a bunch of money right through here. And I thought that we had a descending triangle because right there was a trend and right here's the bottom. So I jumped in puts right here. And I'll be daggone if that thing didn't take off on me. So I thought that it would just come up, stop out, and then it would drop off again. And if we look back at this, we are in kind of a cup, and here's the handle. And I thought that the way it was running yesterday, it looked like it was actually forming a descending triangle here. And I thought that it would actually fall out last night. But with the job reports, it actually shot up today. But we're still, I mean, honestly, we're still within an area. Like right here, if we raise this up, actually, let's just delete that one. Easier just to draw it again. If we come up to, say, here and come over to right there and then come back down to here. So that is somewhat of a channel. We've got this little bear flag here, and then it dropped out, and it's kind of consolidated over. As long as we don't cross over this and we come back down, so this may run in a channel for all week. So we'll just have to see what happens there. Gold, honestly, gold ought to be well over 2,000 right now, and it's not. And with it not being up there, I just don't know what to think about gold. It's got me baffled, to be honest. So my puts are losing money right now. My ES is jumping up, so you can see right there it just jumped up again. And if we go to a 5-minute, so it's just pulled back and jumped up. So if we cross this one, then I'm probably going to be concerned about my puts. But I've got to May 20th. A lot can happen between now and May 20th. If the market starts rallying, this should drop off. I think this will be down into the 1200s eventually. Hopefully by the time before my expiration of my puts. So, and then let's go to crude oil. Crude oil jumped up. It's been actually climbing the last day. Go to 15. It's been climbing and it jumped out of this channel, but now with the unemployment, this is starting to tank with ES. It's actually dropping with it. It just depends on where it goes. Crude oil is not getting any love from the government. They are not getting any help really. And it sounds like Trump is almost excited that the crude oil is down because gas prices are coming down. He's talking about more of the positives of it, more so than the negatives. I hate it for all the oil rig people that's working in it, but we'll have to see. This was forming a W. A W is a winner, so there's a good chance crude oil may go on up. I just don't think. I mean, there's ships just sailing out into the sea right now, stopped, full of oil, and won't come in to sell it because it's too cheap. So when the prices come up, those ships will come in and start selling it off. They just can't do it right now. So it doesn't cost as much money to pay the workers on those ships just to sit out there and do nothing as it is to bring it in and sell it for huge losses. So that's where they are with that. And let's go to the dollar. I jumped out of my Forex yesterday, and I probably should have jumped back in. The dollar shot up. So with that, let's see if I don't have it there. That will bring in USD CAD. So it actually went to where I thought it would go. So I wish I'd have stayed in it. I got out right over in here. That's where I got out yesterday. And I was up like 100 and I think I ended up selling for 150, 54, 55 pips, something like that. It was a really good run. And I got out, it sold off, come down here, and I should have got in this morning because as soon as that job reports come out, boom, dollar goes up. Dollar goes up whenever the market goes down. They're inverses of each other, typically. But they've been kind of playing together a lot lately, so it's kind of hard to play anything according to normal trends. Dow Jones, it doesn't show it, but it's going to be way down. It's going to drop off. Dow Jones and the ES pretty much the same as far as following. If you go to natural gas, boom, sold off. It is following the market to a T. So if you've got in NG puts, you've done well. So if you've done the opposite of what I did, you're making money. If you did what I did, you're losing money. I thought NG would actually take off. It was going in an uptrend, and so I'm actually losing on this one. So we'll have to see like next week. I think next week the market will start turning, and when it does, then natural gas will come up, and I've got till May 20th on this as well, so I've got time. So I got what, month and a half or so, something like that. NQ follows ES, same thing. It's just selling off. So NQ is probably going to come down to the 67.50 range or lower. We hit the 66.28 not too long ago, so I think we're going to sell off even harder than that. Probably going down to the 58.20 mark, somewhere on through here. So over the next week, this should probably sell off. And go back to VIX. VIX should be, yeah, it's going up. I hadn't looked at it this morning. VIX is skyrocketing. So with VIX going up, there's a chance we may hit 90 on this or higher. If you look back on the 1 hour, see we're at 85 before. I think we will probably sell past that. I think we'll be up in the 90 range up in here. So whenever it starts getting up in there, probably I'll load up on puts. I'd go some time out on it just to give you enough time with the way the market's moving. And let's go to Walmart. It's right beside the VIX. Walmart is tanking. Walmart, there's no reason for Walmart to sell off. They are hiring like crazy right now. The shelves are empty because they're selling out. Why is Walmart dumping? I have no idea. This Walmart should be in a huge rage right now. They're making more money than they probably will ever make in their life right now. You go into Walmart, and one of our Discord members has been trying to find pinto beans. Not one on the shelf. Not one. You look at any kind of cleaning products, toilet tissue, paper towels, just flour, sugar, stuff like that. It's gone. Every store you go to, you're slim pickings if you even find it. I went to a Food Line yesterday. I had to buy a different kind of flour that I normally buy, which is fine. But I had to buy a different kind because the kind I buy was wiped out. The sugar, they still had a little bit of sugar left, and so I just went through and I bought a whole bunch of staples. I'm a good cook. I cook everything from scratch, cakes, everything. I'm there. Barbecue King, I love it. So any kind of cooking, I'm on it. And every time I cook, I never have anybody griping. They're always talking about I need to open a restaurant, but which I would not, especially like now. You'd be shut down. So I went and bought a bunch of stuff, and Walmart, like I said, and here's the other thing someone brought up yesterday. I can't remember who I was talking to, but Walmart has clothing. They have retail. Most other stores, if you're retail, non-essential items, you're shut down. Walmart's not, because they sell food. Because they sell food, they are selling clothing, shoes, socks, underwear, t-shirts, whatever. And plus, you've got all the stuff for outdoors, like if you want to play tennis or whatever you want to play, they've got the outdoors section. Walmart is full on the only store that you can kind of go and buy anything you want. So why is this happening? Got me. This thing should be raging. I think the earnings report when it comes out is going to be through the roof. So long-term Walmart for me. I am definitely long-term. Adam mentioned Roku. Let's talk about Roku. It was in a cup and handle, and we were calling this for quite a while. Matter of fact, I started calling this back in here, and I said, get into puts, stay into it. It came on down, and then we started talking about getting into calls here. Now it just shot right up. It's kind of a V formation that we've been in, and more so than a cup and handle. But it's in a V formation. It's been pulling back. I've been watching this. Let's see here. Shares of fast-growing Chinese coffee chain Luckin plummets 85%, I think it said. 83% Luckin, the Chinese company. It's kind of like a Starbucks. So on this one, we started coming back, and honestly, I thought it was going to go up. But the way it is, I guess with a lot of their stuff is made in China, and with the coronavirus stuff going on, I guess this is just going to keep on dropping out. Let's see here. It was me. Okay, Robert was the one telling me about that. I couldn't remember who I was talking to. Robert was the one I was talking to yesterday about Walmart and how it had the retail stores and stuff. And I had never thought about that until we started talking. That's what's great about our Discord group. You can get different opinions from different people. Just because I say it's going to do something here, they may say something else. And when we start hashing it out, then we can both see each other's side. And a lot of times I will change my opinion based on what they're saying or vice versa. So talking to people that are like-minded people is great. That's what I like about our Discord group. We get along, and it's just great. It's the best thing I do all day long is stay in that. And the midday live streams is awesome. I mean, even if we don't buy anything, if we just get in there and start talking about things, it's great. A lot of times most of the time we're buying. This week we haven't really bought much. Then let's go to Netflix. I bought Netflix yesterday, and I'm glad I did. It actually sold off today, but I'm still glad I bought long calls here. I'd been waiting on a little bit of a pullback. I thought Netflix would start raging, and evidently the unemployment numbers sold this off. But I don't hear anything about Netflix laying off anybody, and I don't hear anything about Netflix losing memberships. Netflix is actually getting more memberships now. This should be rocketing right now, and it's not. So I'm still long-term bullish on it. I'm glad I sold when I did in the past. I sold, I think I sold right in here. Where was it? I think it was right in here I sold last week. And then it dropped down and came back up. And if I'd have held it and sold 2 days ago, I'd made more money. But I still made, I think it was $1,200 on it. So I should have got back in it down here and wrote it up, but I never. So that's what I was trying to play here and to write it up, and look what happened to me. It sells off overnight. So I think this is probably temporary on Netflix. I think it'll keep taking off. Billy, what is that? UK calls? Let me get over here. LK calls. LK, I don't know what LK is. Oh, it's Lekin. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. So it went from 26.91 down to 374. Oh my God. What caused that? Do anybody know? What was the news on it? I know it's not the unemployment. I wish I'd had puts in it. I mean, if you'd had $1,000 worth of puts, you'd be filthy rich right now if you had puts on that. Wow. Let's see here. If we go, let's see here. Wow, that's just unbelievable. We were talking about Norwegian Cruise Lines, Carnival Cruise Lines, and Royal Caribbean this morning in the Discord. And one person, Christy, said that they were already taking reservations and people booking them for, I think, next year. And they're giving discounts to get people on and stuff. So long-term bullish on it's CCL, NCLH, and RCL. They're all going to be about the same. If we click on CCL, it's going to be the same. And then if we go to RCL, see, all three of them are the same. I'd say that probably, maybe not today, but I would say probably when it comes down and hits this support down here. So on all of them, if you buy calls toward this area and buy them long, you're going to be good. Let's see, false sales. Christy said false sales. You think the CEO lied about the numbers? Are we talking about the cruise lines, Billy? I know Christy is. Billy, are you talking about it? So I'm assuming that what we just said is now they're finding out that it's fake sales. So we'll just have to see. I'm still long-term on it. I've got NCLH, the Norwegian. I've got those, and I've got Carnival Cruise Line. I think I still got Carnival Cruise Line. I sold my Royal Caribbean for profit. I sold a lot of the Carnival Cruise Line for profit. But I will get in that long term. So we'll be discussing all this in the news. Has LK stock falling on fraud? Okay, so the CEO lied about the numbers with Lufkin, and now the stock's falling because of it. So no luck in coffee. So we'll have to watch that. We may end up getting in some long-term calls on that. We need to investigate that more. We'll talk about that in a Discord group. But if that's the truth, that it is on fraud, then there's a chance we could get in calls and make a lot of money going the other way. So I'm not saying to do that. We need to investigate. Let's find out some more information on that, guys, and we'll talk about it into the Discord, and maybe we can all make a plan of attack on it. We have Apple. Apple should be falling good. I hate it for the people that have shares in it. There's Kyle in our group has a lot of shares, but he's been buying puts as a hedge, so he's probably going to make more money off of the hedge than what he's losing on the shares. So he should be fine. We've been talking about that for probably 2-3 weeks now about what to do with his Apple stock. So that's one thing about our Discord group is, we talk things out, we help each other. I'm not even involved in Apple other than I bought some puts on it. But, just him being in there having the stock, he's been able to bounce a lot of ideas off of different people in the group. John is a long-term investor. He's very good at this part. I'm not a long-term investor, but there's always someone in our group that knows more than the other, and you can talk it out and learn and figure out what you need to do to save your portfolio. So it's really good. Apple, I'm going to be long-term puts on it. It's probably going to hit down around the 200 range, just a 211 on that green fib, which is our 618. So more than likely, that's probably where we're going with it. And I think this is all going to happen before next Wednesday. I think it's where we're going to be. And I think next Thursday, when those job numbers come out, it's going to be lower, and it's going to put an excitement amongst people to go. Let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Josh. It is a good place to go. Me and Josh have been trading together for a year. And let's see. Is Bruce in there? He's not in here today, is he? I don't see him commenting. There's 4 of us that have been trading together for about a year. It's been really good. We've learned a lot from each other. And we got ABT. We'll talk about that. It's 9:31. The bell's already rung. Sorry about that. ABT, I'm long on this one. This is to do with that 5-minute test that they're doing for the CV, and I'm just long on it. So let's look at ES before I hang up here and see what's going on with it. So go into a 5-minute chart. It looks like we bounced up. It looks like we're trying to rally now, so I don't understand that, but maybe I should have been paying attention and just got out down here on my shorts. So we'll see. I'm up in here, so we'll be fine on it. Well, guys, I'm going to call this a live YouTube briefing, and I'm going to get off here and start playing with my account. Please like, share, and subscribe, and check out our Discord in the link below. I'll see you in the chat.